I'm trying to grow my edges, and y'all interfere with my relationship. My man ain't going nowhere. Where you going, baby? Nowhere!
No comment.
All right, y'all, if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna feed my children. I'm gonna feed these kids. All right, they're eating Domino's today, which is chicken Alfredo and brownies. Come on, Jolly. Chicken Alfredo. How many brownies you want?
2.
How many do you want?
2.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
When I tell you this is disturbing on so many levels. See, I didn't even know about this woman until I saw Blunt Girlie's video on this. I was perplexed, okay? When I tell you I was clutching my pearls, this is like, I think her name is Big Mama or Big Mama Mercedes, I don't know. The way she is feeding her children should be classified as child abuse. I'm not even joking. And see, this isn't even the worst of it. And it's not even just like this is a one-off thing. Like I can understand, you know, we eat out and you know what I mean? Like we got pizza when I was growing up. They didn't give me a whole pizza to eat by myself, but we would go out and get pizza from time to time or just go out to eat. But for the most part, my mom cooked. Similar to my household. For the most part, I cook. They're not going out and getting like salmon, okay, and some steamed broccoli. No. They're going out and getting foolishness.
All right, y'all. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna feed them kids. I see a lot of people like, oh, she need to cook. You don't tell me what to do. I got money. I ain't gotta cook.
If you got money, sis, then why aren't you getting your kids filet mignon? If you got money, then why aren't you getting your kids salmon? You're getting them the cheapest of the cheap food, and you're like, I got money. Bitch, you realize we have eyes. You realize we can go online and calculate how much all of this costs. And if you're gonna say, I have money to do this, I have money to do that, why do you look like you're living in a shack? Not only that, why are you coming on looking just like this in general? If you got money, sis, why isn't your hair done? Why are your children eating the bottom of the barrel food if you so-called got money? See, these folks out here, they wanna have no accountability whatsoever. People are saying this because they're genuinely concerned. They're concerned for your kids' health. And just because you're putting food into their bodies doesn't mean you're nourishing them. There are these things called empty calories, meaning they offer you not a goddamn thing. You eat it, it leaves you feeling hungry. Your body is not satisfied, not satiated because you're not getting nutrients. You're not getting macronutrients. You're not getting anything except what? Carbs and sugar. And carbs metabolizes into sugar. And see, this is the curse of Black women. This you ain't gonna tell me what to do attitude. That you ain't gonna tell me attitude is the reason why everyone sees Black women as bottom of the barrel, because nobody can tell us anything. They say we have a bad attitude. You can't tell me, and then you're reinforcing the bad attitude. Y'all not gonna tell me what to do off a cliff. Hey, you should eat healthier. You ain't gonna tell me what to do while you stuff your face with so much food, you're gonna die from diabetes. Y'all ain't gonna tell her what to do while she literally feeds her kids jack shit. This should be labeled as child abuse. We have this thing called medical neglect, and I think this would fit under that category. You just look at what's on the screen right now. What in the hell is this? These giant tubs of ice cream, that is for multiple sittings. I think within one of those is probably like 3 or 4 servings, and she's handing them off to the kids. And this is their snack. They ain't gonna go to sleep hungry. I'm gonna feed my kids. You ain't gonna tell me I'm gonna feed my kids. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and you guys might think that I'm a bitch for saying this, or you're being mean. You can say that all you want. I don't care. I don't care if you think this is mean or not. She looks slow. I don't know how else to describe this. Look at how she's talking. Look at how she's behaving. Look at how she's coming on the screen. She looks slow. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that as an observation. And there's a reason why this is a problem. You have mentally ill people in charge of children, raising children, because people can't keep in their pants. Who knocked this woman up? All y'all crazy. And it's like the kids are the ones who are gonna suffer. These kids need healthy food so that their brains can function, so that they can reach their full potential. You're not gonna be able to reach your full potential if your body is as hyped up on sugar and not much else. You do realize the food that you eat contributes to your brain function. So the fact that these kids are being fed slop, and what seems like every single day getting fed slop. And when we call it out and we say, hey, your kids need better food. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. Broads like this can have a whole army full of kids and then feed them feed them crap. So when I tell you this, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this, and then I'm gonna go wash my hands because I don't know you like that. I really, really want us as Black people to let go of that you ain't gonna tell me nothing garbage, because as soon as something bad happens, then it's gonna be, why is Well, we couldn't tell you what to do. We couldn't give you suggestions. You had an attitude the whole time. Okay, no wonder Kelly Price going off on y'all. No wonder. Because we can't tell you what to do. We can't critique. Oh, why are you doing this to a black woman? Just because you're a black woman doesn't mean you're above being criticized. I'm not above being criticized. And if you so-called had all this money that you claim you had, why aren't your kids eating filet mignon? Why aren't your kids eating asparagus? Why aren't your kids eating upper echelon food if you so-called have this money?
All right, y'all. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna feed them kids. I see a lot of people like, oh, she need to cook. You don't tell me what to do. I got money. I ain't gotta cook. This is snack time. Early.
Wait, hold on. Not even. If you got money, hire a chef. Since you don't want to cook, hire a chef that can cook. Like I said, all of this falls apart when you think about it for like not even a full second, like half a second. If you so-called got this money, go hire a chef.
Early they ate KFC. Come on, Jolly. My kids gonna eat. My kids ain't never went to bed hungry or said they was hungry. I'm gonna give them enough. Find y'all something to do, baby, because I'm gonna take care of my kids. It doesn't matter what they eat, they eating. Mama doing it.
It does matter. It matters a lot what they're eating. They could be eating food that's going to nourish their bodies, give them all the nutrients that they need, but no, you're feeding them garbage. It don't matter what they eating, they eating. What kind of slave mentality is this? I'm gonna need y'all to get up off the plantation. You don't have to eat scraps anymore. I understand that like back in the day when we had slavery and all that, we did what we needed to do to survive. We don't have to do that. You don't have to feed your kids bottom of the barrel bullshit. It very much so matters. And I blame this health at every size movement, right? Like they've put so much propaganda out there that somehow being fat, and it's not even like her kids are super big or even that she's super big, but that mentality of it doesn't matter what you eat, you could still be healthy, that comes from these fat acceptance people. So I blame them, and I also blame the education system. You should know these things before you leave high school. You should know about nutrients. You should know about how to eat healthy. Like these are things you should learn in school, especially if you got a mama like this that don't know a good goddamn about anything except how to make a spectacle of herself on social media.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
Bag chip.
Yeah.
Juice.
And that's a snack.
All right.
That you.
And that's supposed to be a snack. A snack is supposed to be like some celery sticks with like maybe some ranch, an apple, maybe some cheese and crackers. This is not a snack. That full thing of ice cream is not a snack. Those usually have multiple serving sizes within the 1 pint. So you got chips, juice, all of this is just sugar. Just a big old pile of sugar. You'd been better off just giving her a bag of sugar. How these kids are not 500 pounds each, I don't know. But just because someone's small doesn't mean that they're healthy. And hopefully these kids will see the error of their mom's ways, and when they get older, they choose better for themselves and their families, if they choose to have families.
You welcome, baby. People always complaining. My kids gonna eat. I'm not a bad mother. People call CPS on me 44 times. Get what? I didn't run, because I ain't no bad mother. I ain't had to go from state to state. Come on, Pete. Ice cream, chips. I'm gonna feed y'all. Know I'm gonna feed y'all. People need to mind their business, bro. You welcome. Main thing I'm doing, I'm taking care of my kids, man.
And I don't like that mind your business crap, because your kids are gonna have to go out in the world and interact with everybody else. That's why I said in my video, we have this thing called a society. And yes, how you raise your kids is going to affect society. So you damn right it is our business. Especially if you're putting it on TikTok, you made it our business with more detail. In the general sense, it would have been like your community's business, right? They see you in the wild, they see your kids in the wild. But you put it on TikTok, you made it our business. You invited us to your business when you posted it on TikTok. I never understand that. Get on my business, why y'all in my business? As you post your business online, we wouldn't know that you're feeding your child slop. Well, children. We wouldn't know that you're feeding your children slop. You posted this to the internet, not us. We didn't go into your house with a secret camera. Oh, what is Big Mama doing? No, we didn't do that. You pulled out your phone or whatever the hell it is that you're recording on, and you posted it to TikTok, apparently Instagram, and apparently Facebook. You put your business out there. So if you didn't want people judging, then be it private, at least as private as you possibly could.
What about myself without no help? Come on, James. Ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't keep doing 2 juice.
Thank you, man.
You want us to get y'all some spoon.
And I will say this, it seems like her kids are very respectful. I can see that the kids are respectful. They're saying thank you. They're being very polite. They're waiting their turn. So I'm not going to say that she's a terrible mom on all fronts because it seems like her kids are respectful. And I can appreciate that. However, that doesn't make up for everything else. And you know what's so interesting to me? You have people where they do very little and they're like, I'm doing all this, I'm doing all that. You're not doing much. If you were really going above and beyond for your kids, you would be cooking for them. You would be making sure that they're getting what they need from the food that they're eating. You would be teaching them healthy habits. But it's like, hey, look at me. I bought Domino's. Give me a cookie. No. When I was watching Blunt Girlie's video, I was about to type in bare minimum parenting. Okay, they want a cookie for being bare minimum parents. And I swear, as soon as I typed it, she said it. And I was like, we right here with it. Bare minimum. You want to be celebrated for doing the bare minimum, which is putting food in your kid's mouth. Not even thinking about what type of food it is, just put the food in the kid's mouth. And I'm a great parent. No. See, they have a roof over their head. This is the bare minimum. This is what you legally have to do, or else your kids will get taken away from you and you will get locked up. Let's be so for real. We're not giving trophies, participation trophies for doing the bare minimum. I give flowers to the parents that go above and beyond for their kids. They don't just make sure that they have a roof over their head, food to eat, clothes on their back. They make sure that they are giving their child opportunities. They make sure that their child is going to a good school, doing what they have to do to pay for those extra violin lessons, taking care of their children to the point where if the teacher calls and says, hey, your child is struggling with this, they go get resources to help their child catch up. Those are the type of parents that I want to give flowers to. Not this bottom of the barrel parenting. Absolutely not. We're not doing that. This is just as annoying as like those parents that are rich and they don't even mind their kids. They just say, go off and do whatever. Bare minimum. And you do not deserve to get celebrated for your bare minimum parenting. Honestly, I would say this is below bare minimum because I know there are a lot of families that they might not have a lot of money, but they still find a way to cook some food. I need you to hear me loud and clear. They sell canned vegetables at Dollar Tree. They sell canned vegetables at Dollar General. There are no excuses. At Walmart, they sell canned vegetables for like $1 and some change. So I don't want to hear this. It's too expensive to eat healthy. Well, yeah, you might not be able to get the most expensive things, but you can make do with what you have. Rice and beans are very inexpensive. And then you add some vegetables to that. You get some chicken. Chicken isn't that expensive either. And you portion it out. But nah, let's go get Domino's. Let's go get Kit Kat ice cream, Capri Sun. Give your kids some water.
If I don't do else, I'm gonna feed them children. People need to stop telling me, oh, she be open doing. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna take care of my kids. Cause some have it ain't. Who gonna do it? I thought so. You gonna do it? Huh? Yeah, I thought so. Come on, Jolly. So they eating pizza. Pepperoni. Chips.
No.
See you later.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chips. Yeah. See you later. Thank you, Mom. You're welcome.
You're giving these kids entire pizzas. Even when I was pregnant, there was no way in hell I was eating an entire pizza. And these kids are young. Some of them look under 10. And you're giving them an entire pizza? Bottom of the barrel parenting. And somehow she wants us to celebrate it. And see, this is what people think of when they think of niggas. I'm sorry, this is the case. This is the reason why the rest of us who don't live this way need to stop hyping up and protecting people that act like this and put their business on the internet and behave like this for the entire world to sit and gawk at. Stop uplifting these mother truckers. Stop it. Because it'd be one thing if this ratchetness was isolated. They'll be like, yeah, this is the ratchet community. They're just ratchet. When you have people that don't live this way sitting over here throwing on the cape for it, that's when they say it's a cultural problem because the culture isn't shaming this type of behavior. That's the reason why these people can get online and classify all Black people, specifically they focus on Black Americans, as this. Because not enough of us come out and say, this is not right. I don't want this broad representing me. I don't want this broad representing what a Black mother is. My mother didn't behave this way. My mother cooked and she worked 2 jobs. My mom worked 2 jobs and still figured out how to cook for us. On the days where she didn't have her second job, she would cook and make enough for leftovers. And look, we didn't have a lot of money. I didn't grow up super rich, but my parents made sure they cooked for us. And my dad, he knows how to cook. Makes a mean spaghetti. Oof, that sauce is fire. This is not our representation, and at least it shouldn't be, but it's going to continue to be if we continue to protect people like this within the community. Why are y'all doing this? You just mad at like, stop. We don't hold our ratchets accountable.
Why every time you take a man out the streets and clean him up, everybody want him? We trying to mind our business, grow our little family, and get rich. We trying to live, baby. Ain't nothing gonna break us up. I'm trying to grow my edges. And y'all interfere with my relationship. That man ain't going nowhere. Where you going, baby?
Nowhere. So y'all need to stop hating and mind our business because I take care of this lady with my disability check.
Hey, say it again, baby.
With my disability check.
So stop being miserable and mind your own business because I got me a man. I am very lucky. He's strong. Who's the?
I'm the man.
You heard him. And we be ready on the 1st every month, sitting at the bank. Send them again. They need to stop doing what, baby?
Hating.
You heard my man.
No comment. When you take a man, you clean him. If this is what you think cleaned up looks like, this has to be parody. There's no way. There's no way. But you know what? There is a way. This isn't parody. I don't believe that this is parody. I don't believe that this is parody because this is how she behaves in the other videos. This is exactly how she behaves in the other videos. And is this man allowed around the kids? Or is this man the father of these kids?
I got y'all mad. I got you mad. This God word. Go talk to God, baby. But I don't think you want to go talk to God about my blessings because I ain't going to stop nothing. I guarantee you, you ain't going to tie nothing down over here. I'm blessed. Y'all so mad, baby. Y'all thought y'all was going to get me down while you still down.
When the eyes pop out the head like that, you know they're insane. And you know, I don't really have too much, like, I try not to go in on religion and things like that, but a lot of crazy people use religion to justify their nonsense. Like this is religious psychosis right here. Because you're like, you ain't gonna, God blessing me. Like, you're insane. I'm sorry, you're crazy. They use religion as a shield for their piss poor behavior. And it's like, no, honey, no. God is blessing you? No. Freak shows get attention. And that's just is what it is. It's not about God blessing you. It's about the world likes a freak show. And that's the reason why you get views. People like to watch you because you're crazy. They're rage baited by watching kids eat that much food. It's circus clown behavior. So that's the reason why people are watching. It's not because you've been blessed by God. No, it's because you're a freak show. All this hooting and hollering and carrying on. This is the reason why we need to separate ourselves from the ratchets, because I'm not being lumped in with this. You're not gonna lump me in with crazy. Girl, it's giving mental illness. It's giving short bus shouty. I hate to be the one to say it, but everyone wants to tiptoe around everybody else's feelings. But it's like, no, we have to call a spade is a spade. Because we don't, then crazy people like this will continue to hog the microphone and make the rest of us look bad. We have to call crazy what it is. Oh, that's mean. If someone is behaving in a piss poor manner, especially when there's kids involved, we have every right to criticize and critique. She put this out there. I didn't beg her to post this video. I didn't even know who she was. If you're behaving like a psychopath, I'm gonna call you a psychopath. If you're behaving like a deviant, I'm gonna call you a deviant. I'm not in the wrong for saying what I'm seeing, okay? On some Cardi B, I have eyes. Like, she said she was having a seizure. Like, I don't even know if that's what seizures, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if that's what a seizure sound like, but that's what it looked like. She thinks she's telling us off. Oh, she's gonna tell us.
They telling so many lies every day, baby. Get what? They ain't got no trouble to tell so many lies. They don't even know what they done told them. They don't even know what they done said. See, one thing, when you tell the truth, you don't know nothing but the truth, baby. But I got you mad, Big Mama. Say my name. I got the internet, baby. The internet screaming, Big Mama! Big Mama! Y'all can't keep my name out y'all mouth. Big Mama! Big Mama! That why don't nobody know y'all, cause you're still screaming, Big Mama! Big Mama! I'm a soldier. told you.
And see, this goes back to that conversation we were having about narcissism and the internet. She has this overinflated idea of who she is. I don't understand how people can have their phone and be doing like even just doing that right now felt so weird. Like, I understand passion, right? I'm a passionate person myself, but there's no way you're gonna catch me dead ass in my phone. No, that's why I said open up the asylums and just start. I have yet to see this in the wild. I see everyone post these like crazy videos screaming at their phones. I've yet to be in like the parking lot of somewhere and then see somebody in their car doing all this, but I bet it'll be a treat when I see it for the first time. And like I said, I can understand passion. You know, I can understand passion. I can't understand psychopath. The internet, social media puts a battery in their backs because everyone loves a freak show. And that's the reason why everyone's watching this. But of course, the freaks in the show don't realize that they're in a freak show. It's almost like that Dinner for Schmucks. Have you guys ever seen that movie? It's almost like that. The internet is a dinner for schmucks. And the rest of us are sitting here laughing. And now there are people like myself who will call it out and say this is insane, but there are other people that will hype it up, just like they do in Dinner for Schmucks. They will hype it up and say, yeah, you go girl, because they want to continue to see the freak show. They want to keep egging on the freak show because they like to be entertained by the lowest denominators of society. And before you call me a mean girl because I said she looks slow and seems slow, you might want to go check the people that are putting the battery in her back to behave this way in the first place. Those are the mean ones. The mean ones are gonna smile in your face while you make a damn fool of yourself, and they will laugh just the same. At least I'm telling you why I'm laughing, and I'm being honest with you about why I'm laughing at you. The people who are truly mean girls, they're gonna laugh behind your back, and they're gonna tell you, you go girl, yes queen, to your face. I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about this whole debacle. Are you team feed the kids whatever, and it doesn't matter as long as you're feeding the kids? Or are you like me, where what they eat matters? Do you guys agree with crazy people like this being on the internet and then hyping them up and not holding them accountable? How do you guys feel about this whole situation? I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. Hype the video. I have that function now. Hype the video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good jazz. And if you want to buy me a coffee, the link is in the description. Thank you guys so much. I will see y'all with the next one. Deuces.